Question, how many licks? I'm from the 973, so I spit for the bridge. And for the fiends in the house, what I spit is a fit. You be like, damn, at the words coming out of her lips. You be like, damn, look at her lips. How many people here have looked at my lips? I love ya. That's the talk. Come to the talk. Open woman, creating thresholds. Silver scattered everywhere under head wraps. Gypsy when explode, truth be on tongue, and man in throat, screaming, smoking. One with his girl when his world is closer than moons, and yours is real. Open, it feels like traffic, quickly into confusion. Bastards welcome, open our arms, hearts, minds, ears, eager, listening twice for 2 ears. For remnants after horns go a honking. Hopping through those into cabbage and badges of honor, stopping to smell roses. Red, hard head in these games of concrete, upward climb, unwinding times not melt, frozen in time glimpses. Woman looking in eyes, seeing is believing, hearing is alive, and I am open to hear you cry. Fuel fires ignite a sound so fierce in the sky. Sphere of dry paint, no canvas is dripping, tripping to rock one mic or make a metaphor. When you met her 4 doors down in dialectic, electric ladyland, kicking diabolical flows for those Nubian kings at her kitchen table. Clap it up for the life flag, y'all. Y'all in the life flag right now. This is an experiment. Is it happening to you?
Yes.
Are you getting the glimpses? These eyes should signify a light. Illuminate a dark night in busy street, lit corners, tunnels, walking trolls. Lord knows going in couldn't save me. Outside raised me on unhealthy nutrients. Climbing through holes in August, wishing for September. Remembering to shine out into the world as portals of hope. Brown petals afloat, remaining pretty blue notes when you see me. When you see me, see the brown eyes. See the blue jazz. See the blue birds. Look at yourself. Maybe inside a mirror is a melody and a mind is a memory. It all makes interesting anecdotes. Mind you, I am many instances all melting into a month in autumn. Show them the mirrors. When your words match your actions and you live by what you say. When you become who you are after watching yourself decay, I've laid down in pressure to pray my tears, solid from liquid hard time years, pushing away, still knowing, still waters were deep. And the branch looked down, and the river looked up, and the river said, you don't know how deep I run. Being. Say. You gotta have something to believe in, or you'll waste away faster than ice. Who stuck to cover the price of the ticket? Born of mother and wine, wire picket fences around free lottery, drawing men wicked with pensive stares. And the boulevard is so loud with neon-colored peons. Dust where crowds should be. My people evaporated in history, vaporized betwixt mysteries and asphalt splinters. Bags, nips of gin wrappers, pose laughing, grits, crackers, jazz papers. And where do we go in the ground? Really answer. Where do we go in the ground? How do we make sound open to our music? Pray. Faith colors our soul around our rugged roots we tree. Meanwhile, my soul is singing in the rain for a pen. I write intense, bleak blueprints on dusty window panes, evidence of life's gift, perpetually wrapping a bow around all of our futures. Man, pushing. The ashy lip of outside in the house, twisting up strands, holding hands, laughing, reading cards, plus all the signs behind the eyes above the ashy lip of her insides, yearning for rain's clarity, when any change spared the moon, Earth's ancient turning. Turn down the TV, turn down the volume, turn down the air. I'm chilling, reading Coltrane on the dial, and she's listening in the house, watching her brown self throw trash out the window. Why the fuck would you throw trash out your window? Where you live? Is there not a dumpster not far from where? Do people care about it? Is it right to throw trash out your window? Unless it's orange pills or something like that. Throw your trash in the trash, my fool. My beauty fools. All my beauty fools, throw your trash out, okay? Take care of the earth, okay? Wherever you are, that's your spot. You're responsible for that spot. Take care of your spot. Say check. Check. Exist. Resist notions, potions, elixirs that encourage intoxication, fumbles with misinterpretations and high emotions. We don't crumble, we don't stumble into epiphanies and barricade ourselves there. We exist inside the eyes of cats who don't care that we exist, but we resist their denial. Lock, close, grip, and bar ourselves to walls that do not yet know they want us, need us to exist. Forming shifts in black consciousness. Shift the consciousness. Shift the consciousness. Shift the consciousness. Lock, close, and grab bar ourselves to walls that do not yet know they want us, need us to exist. Forming shifts in black consciousness. We shake, don't shift. Bolts, secure, embrace, clench, mighty teeth with wrists bent on a struggle meant to feed us fire. We are doers, builders, achievers, making liars out of exclusion. Passion, desire, courage, voice, change for the choosing. Exist. Resist a country's effort to quiet the drums of liberation. With eyes and hearts beating, protesting that education reflect our beauty. Exist and respect our duty to ancestors and community. As we list our demands, take matters into our own hands. Existing in time, seizing and taking a stand. Causing folks to redefine their mission through our self-determination. Our hands, our power, push, honor, worth, relevant education, chance to be free, to be heard, to exist, to be a word on a page, history, herstory, spoken in a place of celebration, leaders and a nation more diverse because we exist. But death is nothing new. How are you existing? Death is nothing new. Short as blue skies. Rise. Sweet potato like the sun. We lying to ourselves. Our problem isn't more than in the hue. Our ears are tired of the sirens. They've been ringing our bells. We don't answer. They've been calling our phones. We disregard a debt we owe. Meanwhile, loud scents of crushing bones are flavoring in the air. A miserable, invisible digital nightmare on repeat on YouTube, on a street somewhere in Chicago, in Newark, in Philly, in Soweto, wherever the fuck our people be at. Our goals are ritual, sacred, whole, loving embraces, so our souls take hold of the direction, take control of the election and the streets, so we always eat. And the byproducts of a pseudo-recession are spiritual elevation and a collective education. Now we know our culture, don't think we have no culture, thus being acknowledged, not just in moments of silence, because we alive and we live it right now, so fuck moments of silence. But I respect moments of silence, you feel me? I respect that life. But why we gotta get that? That's something that I want to change. P. The passion, the poison, or the power. The promise, the prison, or the person. The plan, escape the poverty. Supposed to be the protector provider, instead acting like the pussy I always knew he was. Focused on the penetration with pessimism for eyes. What a pity. Checking the pace, not lost because of the paper. Checking my face for the pain. The pigment can't be erased. My struggle, my palace, my panties are laced. The subpar won't ever see it. The paradigm must be shifted. The puzzle, the pathetic. The patience must be restored. The propaganda must be lifted before the pavement is hit. The possibilities and the prayers to uplift must be overturned. The prognosis, open the present and get the fuck about the project. Because that's the plan. I'm in a project. I'm not a project. I make projects happen. Wow. It's on the window. Let's get a volunteer. Can I get a volunteer to read the window? A volunteer to read. Yeah, come on. This Rugler, y'all. Clap for Rugler. She's so beautiful. She's a poet and writer too. Artist community. I love you, Mia. Give me a hug, Queen. Thank you. Thank you. Much love to these ladies up here. Much love to this guitar player. Much love to the lifetime. Much love to y'all. Thank you. I've come a long way from not having the porch. The porch? Leaving the porch. Mm-hmm. I've scorched the ground from walking on the sun. I've hummed the tunes and beat the drums. I've felt the pain and felt the numb. I've overcome. Yes. Overcome the son of a lady who made me come over, but ain't wait for me to come. I've sung the nature song and the rain. Yeah, your afro was on the way. Your afro. Yes, as the rain hit my tongue and I've sprung like wild orchids. Orchids. Thank you. You're welcome. Woo! Oh shit. Oh, it's only one more page. It's the last page. Yeah, 655. Clap for that. 655. I hope you guys had a good time. Eyes, my eyes, yeah. Eyes, my eyes. Behind my eyes is a wild sweet, yeah. I look to the skies blowing wild sweet snow. I'd be a sunrise in a wild sweet bow, wrapping myself around each day like the prize I know. Eyes, my eyes, yo. The woman with the sparkling mind and the wild sweet flow. If you can't harmonize with my mind, I hit you with the wild sweet no. I got to go. What you looking at? Eyes, my eyes, yo. I'm a collection of butterflies. A wild sweet tomorrow. I never apologize for the wild sweet tornadoes shining like champagne in the rain. I swallow as I take a deep breath. I take my wild sweet time on your radio to remind you. Light is scattered in a wild sweet manifesto behind my eyes, and I'm just blinking, thinking. What are you thinking? Think a better thought. Are you sinking? Look what the Creator brought you through. Think I'm somebody. I can be new. You don't have to be what you once were. You don't have to be what you once were. You don't have to be what you once were. You don't have to be what you once were. Think I am the somebody I've been waiting for. Think I'm the somebody I've been waiting for. Think I'm the somebody I've been waiting for. Think the thoughts that pick you up when you fall. Don't stand up. Stand tall. Be restored. Be a sword. Be mentally tough. Walk toward your best self with your best foot on the floors. Heal if you're broken. So much more to be explored. Count blessings. Breath, life, lungs, brain. Nothing beats a failure but to try your board. Live life in your lane. Don't let your love be ignored. Pour peace into your soul. Reach toward the whole. Don't live in the pain. Meditate and vibrate until the universe knows your name. You are Queen, Mother, Lord. Aboard this spaceship of chords, begging you to make a sound. How will anybody ever know you were around? Don't be afraid to be down for what's up. Don't be a spoon when you really are a cup. Never give it up. Don't be a prick. Don't be loose. Don't be sick. Don't be little piece of shit. This is your world, Queen. This is your world. Sometimes you have to face death before you can face life. When you put faith over fear, you butter the rice of your soul's food. People eat all the time and be starving themselves, chewed up and spit out by crack mirrors insanity. So what? We don't have all the answers. Don't turn back. Fear causes pain and suffering. Faith, the soundtrack inside. But are we listening, or do we have the whack ass radio turned up? Liberation is a choice. Do you know the sound of your own voice? Voice. What do you want for your life? What makes your spirit rejoice? Pray for what you want and need. Believe it will happen. Don't forget to breathe. Repeat after me. Unconditional love is inside me.
Unconditional love is inside me.
Unconditional love is inside me.
Unconditional love is inside me.
And so as we put all this shit to bed, I need you to give me something for the good night, because this is the bed to go down. And yeah, we're gonna end. It's time for the good night.
Time to say good night. Time to say good night.
I know y'all have some other things that y'all want to say good night to. You know what I'm saying? Death happens in gardens all the time. So as the floozie comes to an end, you need to just think about what you want to die. Pull up the weeds out of your garden. You know what I'm saying? So that you can bloom. Good night, victim. I ain't being no victim no more.
Good night, victim.
Good night, fear.
Good night, fear.
Fuck fear.
Go away.
Good night, foolishness.
Good night, foolishness.
Good night, price tag.
Good night, price tag.
Can you be bought?
No.
Good night, self-doubt.
Good night, self-doubt.
Good night, forbidden growth.
Good night, forbidden growth.
Good night, misplaced identity.
Go away.
Good night, smoke.
Good night.
Good night, insecurity.
Good night, insecurity.
Fuck insecurity.
Fuck that.
Good night, abandoned buildings. Good night, pain. Good night, shame. Good night, paralysis. Good night, HIV. Good night, dope. Good night, disrespect. Good night, rocks. Good night, hard places. Good night, bruise. Good night, brokenness. Good night, stagnation. Good night, confusion. Good night, illusion. Good night, powerless. Good night, regret. Good night, disharmony. Good night, fiends. Good night, darkness. Good night, cheap, meaningless paranoia. Good night, stifled voice. Good night, cookie cutter, carbon copy, lack of choice. Good night, bondage. Good night, tight clothes.
Good night, tight clothes.
Throw one out. What you want to say goodnight to? Throw one out.
Good night, being broke.
Good night, fear. Come on, throw them out. Good night, attachment. Good night, ignorance.
Good night, entitlement.
Good night, entitlement. Good night. Come on, shout them. Good night, ego. Yes. Good night, bullshit. Good night, hate. Word. Good night, slaves. God willing, we wake up free. I pray you guys wake up free. That's the end.